Hi,
Hello.
you're welcome to our speaking examination. My name is Ron. I'm your speaking examiner. Can you please introduce yourself?
My name is Roshana Olimova. You can call me Roshana.
Okay, Roshana. In our speaking exam, we're going to have 3 parts, and now I'm going to get started with part 1. And in this part 1, I will ask you some questions about yourself. Is that clear?
Yes.
All right. Let's first of all talk about your home. Can you please describe your house a little bit?
Well, I live in a house which is quite big and detached, and I can say that it's quite cozy and has some spacious rooms with small garden.
All right. Let's talk about how to decorate your house. Like, is there any color you would never consider using in your rooms?
Well, I would definitely avoid colors like red or black that are dark, They always make me feel on the low side of life, and they really lose my heartbeat and I feel uncomfortable.
Tell me about the feature you like the most in your house.
When it comes to my house, I can say that its garden is the best thing because there are a lot of greens and flowers in there, and it really makes it sublime.
What would you change in your house if you had a chance?
I like everything the way they are, but if I had a chance, I would expand the garden because despite the fact that it has some flowers, it doesn't have a lot of trees. I would add some.
All right. Now let's talk about chocolate. Do you like chocolate?
Of course I do. I think most of the girls love it. And I kind of like that mouth-watering taste in your mouth when you are eating it, and it really makes
What about your childhood? Did you like chocolate when you were a kid?
Of course, I think every child loves chocolate because it kind of makes your day and cheers you up, especially when someone gives it as a gift.
Yeah. What's your favorite flower? What's your favorite flavor of chocolate?
I can say that it's like chocolate, what can I say, milky one. Especially the chocolate called milky. It's made of milk and strawberry.
Okay.
It really makes it delicious.
Right. Did you give chocolate as a present to someone?
Yes, I think it's the most appreciated token, and you can give it to anyone you love or care about. So I did it twice when it was my friend's birthday.
Okay, now let's talk about jewelry. Do you like wearing jewelry?
No, definitely
Why
not. Especially the posh ones. I just wear earrings that are casual, but when it comes to a lot of stuff, I just feel uncomfortable and they just get lost easily.
Okay. Have you ever sent someone jewelry as a gift?
Never, because it's really difficult for me to choose jewelry, and my relatives and cared ones don't really adore in themselves.
Okay, thank you so much. That was then speaking part 1, and now I'd like to move on to part 2. And this part 2, I'll give you a cue card with a topic on it, and you will have to talk about the topic from 1 to 2 minutes.
Okay.
And in this part 2, I'd like you talk about I'd like you to describe a time when you missed or were late for a meeting. You should say what the appointment was, when and where it was, and why you forgot about it, and explain how you felt. Okay? So this is your cue card. This is your paper and pen. All right, you got your 1 minute to prepare. You may please start taking notes. Well, so your time is over. Now you maybe can speak, please.
Okay. Actually, I am kinda punctual person, and I'm never late for the meetings or appointments that are made. So I usually just go the place before and sometimes 15 minutes earlier, because I do understand that if you are early enough, it means that you are responsible for your job, and it really creates a good impression on you. I mean, the first impression. But there was a situation when I did miss the very important meeting. It was at school actually. My teachers asked me to organize a party just to see students how they are participating, and I had to look and give my own opinion on the presentation and that party. But when I was going there, I kind of felt like I was having some problems, like health issues. So I missed it because I know that I can't sacrifice my health because of that event. And I went home, and with my parents, we went to the hospitals. But like the results were good. But anyways, I called my teachers and group mates, and they understood, and I didn't miss the chance. Actually, the next time, like the next day, I went there, and they were kind of very glad that I came and didn't say anything because they understood. But when it comes to my feelings, I can say that I was nervous and embarrassed at first, but then I was okay with it because I know that health is more important.
Okay, thank you. Did you learn any lesson from this experience?
Of course, I did. Now I'm trying to be more punctual, and I'm kind of trying to pay attention to my health.
Thank you so much. That was about speaking part 2, and now I'd like to move on to part 3. And this part 3, I'm going to ask you some more discussion questions on punctuality, okay? So, all right. Do you think it's important to be on time?
Of course it is, especially when you are going to the interview, because it really plays a huge role for your future career, and the first impression is really important. If you are late, they can understand that you are not responsible for your job, and you simply don't care. Maybe.
Okay. Why are people often late for meetings or appointments?
Well, it really depends because we cannot control everything. Some things just pop all of a sudden, you can't control. But mostly, like, people are late because of the traffic jams, especially in my country. You know, sometimes during peak hours, there are like huge amount of huge numbers of cars, vehicles, and there you can see traffic congestion. So because of it, they can be late. What's more, they can be late because of their family problems, like things. Maybe their parents called, or maybe their parents had some house problems.
Sure. Are people born with time management skills, or can they develop them?
I think it can be developed. No one is gifted. They weren't born with the skills they have. And I believe that if they are trying to be more punctual and trying to have a diary, maybe to-do list, that will really help them to be on time. And keep in mind that it is very important to be responsible for the things. I think it can be improved, and they can boost their punctuality.
Thank you so much. That was an about speaking examination. I wish you